afternoon and welcome everyone to the Hello and Roku Gin Connoisseurs branch. I'm happy to welcome everyone back into the Hello family and raise a toast to the relaunch of Hello. Thank you everyone for taking time and joining us today. It's a special moment because today, the 12th of June is the World Gin Day, and there couldn't have been a better moment for all of us to celebrate Roku Gin, one of the world's finest Japanese gins from the House of Suntory. We are honored to be partnering with them. As we go about the history of gin and what makes Roku Gin so wanted, so sought after, and so popular, we are going to also savor it with the 3-course Japanese meal by the table. I do hope we have an exhilarating and a fun afternoon with the fabulous Japanese meal that you have. I'm now going to hand it over to Zoran Perry, who is the international brand ambassador for the House of Suntory.
Hello, everybody. It's a great honor to be here today with you and to share a little bit of information around Roku Gin on a day like this, which is an international gin day. And as much as we celebrate like a gin day, we celebrate the fact that gin's been a very trendy beverage over the past, let's say, 5 years. And it's been dominating in many bars, in many markets. Lots of people are going back to this gin and tonic, revisiting the whole gin and tonic culture and getting into lots of new products. Basically, Roku is our latest addition of gin to the family. We made first gin back in 1936. So what I'm trying to say, this is not just the latest trend from Suntory. It is actually a long tradition of gin making. But this is the first gin to leave Japan and to be offered around the world to, share as a truly Japanese gin. The main thing about Roku are the Japanese botanicals. And Roku means 6 in Japanese, so I'm going to start from there because we have 6 Japanese botanicals. You can see the hexagonal shape of the bottle. It actually represents each side represents a botanical. Okay, at the back of the bottle, you can find the botanicals which are inside our gin. We look into lots of different ingredients to use for Roku, but we kind of are locked in with these 6. And these are the things probably, sakura flower. That's the first thing probably comes to your mind when you're talking about Japan. Then sakura leaf. Then what else makes big in Japan? It's green tea, of course. So we have 2 different types of Japanese tea. We also have essential pepper, which is very, very popular in the cuisine. And then we have a yuzu peel. Now, yuzu is a Japanese citrus fruit. So all these botanicals are sitting on 8 traditional gin botanicals. So we need to have a little bit of juniper berry, we need to have a little bit of angelica, we need to have a little bit of lemon peel, and so on. But the main character of this gin are the Japanese botanicals. Let's move on to our first need to serve. So what I need you guys is to pour yourself a small amount of gin, or as you like. It is a Sunday at the end of the day, it is a brunch. So I'll leave to your discretion, how much you're gonna pour. The one thing about the gin always, which is good, is to nose and taste a neat gin. Okay, this is the best way to see if your palates are gonna enjoy the botanicals and the complicity of the gin. Just feel free to swirl the glass a little bit. If you never nose and taste Roku Gin, it's always like take a little bit from the far and then get a little bit of the air and then nose again a little bit more deeper. You can be honest. What do you think, guys? Is it floral?
Not a fruit.
Floral, yeah.
Floral.
Floral.
So this is something that is beautiful, beautiful cherry blossom, floral, and then it mixed just a little bit with the citrus, and that citrus is yuzu. If you never tried yuzu before, it's something in between lime, lemon, orange, mandarin, all combined together, believe it or not. It's amazing. I call this like a Ferrari of citrus. So I always recommend nose twice, taste twice. Floral, citrus, and then I feel sweet bitter. And the sweet bitter is the green tea element and the freshness of that pepper. But let's taste. Now, tasting part is very important, guys. Please, do you have any water next to you? Just give a small sip of water. Just to refresh your palate before you taste spirit. And when we taste Roku, please taste like you will taste new wine. So a small sip, take a small sip on your palates, swirl around your palates like you will do a mouthwash, almost. So, kampai guys, and let's taste Roku.
I felt the citric undertones.
Do you have your fruit with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, brilliant. So please, get it the first bites, see how you feel. The really interesting thing with the gin is to taste with the food. We are lucky that the menu is done in a Japanese style. So I think that definitely it's just been nice to open up to like green tea. I'm not sure if it's having a fish with Japanese aromatics and so on. It should complement Roku perfectly well.
I think my favorite gin moment is definitely walking around in the summer days in London, just wherever you are, and sitting by outside and just like sipping on a gin and tonic in the afternoon.
Sunil, let's come back to your gin moment.
Similar to what Ashish said, Singapore is so muggy, so hot, so humid in the summertime. It's actually summer probably 11 months a year. So it gives you more reason to drink on Sundays. So Sundays you'll sit on the patio of that bar and you just have 2 or 3 gin-based cocktails, and that's what reminds me, right? When I'm having a nice gin tonic or cocktail, I think about that bar in Singapore.
Back to you, Zoran, on our second course and second serve.
Okay. So my second course is gin and tonic. Every brand likes to have, again, another view or twist on a gin and tonic, and I will explain to you how we like to make our perfect gin and tonic. Few very important things about perfect gin and tonic. So the right glass or right size of the glass, because we like to use 1 part gin, minimum 3 parts tonic water. So that needs to fit into the glass. You do have ice, yeah? Okay. So let's fill up our glass with ice. Full glass of ice, okay? Important thing is, with the tonic water, guys, needs to be refrigerated. So anything around 3 to 5 degrees, that will be the best temperature, but it needs to be cold. So we're gonna open the tonic water. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put tonic water inside the glass. Slowly. And we're just gonna leave the top space for the gin, okay? Now, I like to use these measures, which is really, really important, because this for how much I'm going to put is 50 ml. So the gin goes in and then goes over my tonic water. Okay? And the garnish, like any gin brand likes to have a unique garnish. In our case, we use fresh ginger. So I sliced my ginger very thin, like spaghetti style, okay? So I open up the ginger from every side. So when I put in my drink and stir through my drink to mix the gin and the tonic and the garnish, I get ginger opening up nicely through my drink. So this is our perfect gin and tonic. So if you can replicate that, it would be amazing.
So this is what Zoran calls a perfect serve. That was the first serve, and this is what you call a perfect serve, which is the gin and tonic you put together for us.
Firstly, I want to say this gin is outstanding. I've not been a gin drinker at all. I just broke my gin virginity very recently during lockdown.
There's no doubt about it. Gin is up and up over the last 2 years. So gin is definitely my drink of choice.
So thank you for organizing such a fabulous afternoon.
Let's toast to Roku. Let's toast to Hello.
Hello, let's toast to good times ahead. What the last year, the pandemic has shown me is it's all about friends and family. Everything is transient.